Keliikuli Intuitive Soul Alignment Coach here. So for today's live stream show, I renamed it to really align to my new audience that I wanted to incorporate in what I've already been doing in my Fame and Fortune and Impact Leader live stream show. So originally that show, I'm basically going to take it over to YouTube Live because I feel like that's going to bring in a bigger audience. So and then I want to make this live stream show daily here on my Facebook Live. And the whole point of it is really it's about soul aligned manifestation and creating abundance aligned to your soul's design, because I feel like everyone has their unique divine soul blueprints, but they just need to incorporate that in their lifestyle. I think like there's no one really talking about how to take what you are at soul level and really apply that in your life and business. So I'm really excited that I'm gonna take this show here on Facebook Live, and then my Fame and Fortune and Impact Leader show will be more for the industry leaders and those that really, really are ready to step it up. And it's going to be more tailored to them on YouTube Live as soon as I figure out how to get that all working. But I'm excited about that. And it's been a while that I've live streamed just because I wanted to take a step back and really get into my own energy and really like start to really see what is my bigger vision and what is the next steps for me as I move to Maui, which I'm going to be moving next week Monday. We're going to be packing our our big container, and it's going to take a good week before I actually get settled. So yeah, so next week is going to be a very big thing, so I might not be able to be online much. But I hope that, it's going to create more momentum for you and for your business. So I basically got the prompt from Source today that that I'm going to help to initiate and activate the new leaders, the soul alignment leaders in the world, and I'm going to create the City of Light communities. And specifically for my growth, definitely I'm going to be doing that on Maui, but I really, really want to take that global. So if you've been wanting to really step it up and really share your message in the world and really impacting millions, this is a really, really good chance for you to step it up, because everybody, honestly, whether you're spiritual or not, even other religions, they all talk about actually the City of Light. So I kind of wanted to talk about that, but also talk about what limiting beliefs that could really be stopping you from really like expanding yourself, and the 3 steps that it would take for you to release that and let it all go. And so if you're just jumping on, just say hi, just so that I know that you're listening in. And I'm really excited for this new trajectory that not only I'm going, but I'm taking my audience with me. So this is a really, really good chance for you to see your bigger vision. And I hope that by me, sharing my like enlightened path, like all the things that's like, unfolding for me, that you will take that time to really, adjust yourself into your divine will and following your divine will and following your free will into that next step of what you want to create, right? Because the truth is we are all into a new trajectory. Life in general right now, it's not all about the money or all the fame and all the fortune, right? It's really about impacting millions, about making an impact in this world by being truly authentically yourself. So I'm calling you out. If you really are ready to step it up, you have to totally let go of your ego, let go of your ideas about what you think that you need to be, because it's limiting you right now. And I can tell you that's probably what's blocking you energetically, is that you feel like you want to be bigger, right? But there's just this small key stuff that you're holding on to. And I want you to acknowledge that. It's fine. It's part of your ego. Your ego keeps you safe. But I want you to really dig deep, look into why you feel that way. Why is that blocking you? So the other day I posted about how I felt like me being attached to my home here, because honestly, this home is the most beautiful creation that my family and I have been living in for the past 3.5 years. And now I'm being asked to move everything that like manifested so abundantly and to let it all go. So that's why I'm moving to Maui, because I'm seriously want to be my most expansive self. And no matter where I go, right, wherever my physical body go, I still want to be able to create that full-on soul alignment, no matter if I have a house or not, right? But so I think a lot of you are also moving, you're like changing stuff, like I'm sure like things are just transitioning in good and bad, and you're seeing all kinds of stuff all happening right now, because we are being asked to really totally let go of this illusion of what we think we need to be, who we need to like show up in the world, because it's time for you to say like, no, like I want full on soul aligned abundance in my life, right? I truly want that in the world. I want people to really feel soul aligned in their business, in their life. Like it's just like normal. I want like you to be happy, 100% happy and in your power, because that's the only way to be, right? And for sure, I've been experiencing that, so I want to share that to all of you who's watching and who really understands this new level of thinking, which is, we are in that new era of creating every part of the earth, right? No matter where you are in the world, I want you to think bigger. I want you to think, how can I impact more people? How can I share what I'm good at and create this kind of like communities of City of Light? What that really truly means is just living a conscious life where you are in alignment, where you feel divine abundance financially, physically, right? Your health wise, everything that you could ever experience, whatever you want to manifest just happens. And that's really what I'm talking about, creating a city of light. I really truly mean that you will be the beacon holding that light for everybody in the community to realize that that's just normal. That's just the way that we are designed. We are designed to feel light and happy and feel peaceful inside. And creator right now is asking you that, like, are you going to step it up? Are you going to step it up into your leadership? But what I mean is not like, ooh, like, look at me. I mean, like, from no ego sense, like, I want you to just be like, I'm here to express my soul's desire. I am here to share my soul's gifts. But you're doing it in a bigger sense, not because you want people to like do what you say, right? And a lot of the leadership that we've been seeing so far has been all about that, right? It's not about that, right? It's about the people. It's about us collectively really deciding what we truly want in our lifestyle and in our business, right? Everything should be in alignment with our soul, with the way that we want to show up every day. So I'm so excited to just announce that, number one. Just because I know that everybody, if you're listening on to this, you know what I'm talking about. You've heard it all the time, but now it's time for us to say, like, this is truly what we want to create. We are no longer going to allow our government, our, whatever this people, right, or leaders that are so-called taking over us, or this war that's going on, to like make us feel small. It's not true. We make ourselves feel small. We truly want real leaders who actually help us to expand ourselves, not make us feel at fear and feel like we have to suffer, that we have to like so-called look good and make a lot of money and be famous. No. Right? So I'm calling it all out. That's no longer what we are all about, right? We're about consciously creating a life that is in alignment with the way our soul is meant to show up. So that's what I call soul alignment. So I'm calling out you soul alignment leaders to finally step it up. Okay. Hi, Dee. Hi, Sarah. I see everybody saying hi. Hi, Karen. Dee says, love and soul alignment leaders in the light. Yes, totally. Hi, Candice. Hi, Tarai. Hi, Lisa. Hi, Pam. Dee says, Eek, I'm writing a post on our group right now. to your day 5 question and are here talking to you. Cool. Yeah, I know like D is taking my 14-day challenge, so like we're really stepping it up. Hi Christine, my love. Hi Maria. Tori says, good morning. Yes, it's true. It's time for authentic soul line leaders. I've stopped reading and following a lot of spiritual leaders because it's not truly from the heart or soul. It's so true. You don't need to actually necessarily follow anybody. It's more about you like stepping into your leadership. I went that path before as a psychic monk, and I know what that feels like. You actually end up disempowering yourself by trying to follow somebody. So actually, I always say, don't follow me. Go follow your own self. Follow your own path. I'm just here, you know, initiating people to realize, and, you know, like in my leadership, I just want you to realize your leadership, your unique way that you're going to show up. That's what I'm about. I don't want you to follow me necessarily. I want you to wake up your consciousness, bring more love and joy in wherever you are, and really step into your leadership in a way that is so aligned that you can create abundance, that it's just the way you meant to show up, right? Hi Maria. Hi Lisa. Tori says, hey Dee, it's disappointing but exciting that we know who we are and our obligation to be the light for others who need guidance. It's true. Lisa says, yes. Hi Victoria. Lisa says, I agree. Hi, Vicky. Hi, Panya. Okay, I had to just say hi to everybody because I really love you all. And every time when you follow me, I follow you too. And I like to know who's actually, you know, in my network, who's my audience, because I want to see you grow in a bigger level. Hi, Andrani. I forget if I said it right. Andrani. I butcher people's names, so I'm sorry about that. We're all leaders and students, Lisa says. I've had a breakthrough. Cool, Dee. You guys share. What was your breakthrough? Okay, so I had to, you know, do my little soapbox because I was just like, I really have to share that message because it's so strongly like Source is asking us right now. October 6th is coming up, which is Thursday, and that's when the post retrograde is finally over. And from October 7th to I think it's like November 30 something, is when it's a very good chance for you to really take full-on action, because we're no longer going to have all of these crazy energies all like getting us all crazy, right? And making us feel like we're having this like deep healing. Right now we're over the healing process and it's coming through right now for you to step it up. And so it's time for you to activate your leadership, activate your psychic gifts, step into your leaderships, and really like bring it out there, because we are being energetically pushed in that direction. And so you can really utilize that right now. That's actually the reason why I created my 14-day group challenge, was because I felt it was a perfect time for like these new ladies to really push it energetically, to really start manifesting like crazy. So actually Candace just said that she just became, you know, what was it you called it? A board of member of the Love Foundation in Hawaii. And she's going to step it up in her leadership. And that all happened just because she was taking those soul line actions in aligning to her manifesting blueprints and everything. And now she's stepping up in her leadership. And then also Monique was able to get on, like, I think it was like 2 or 3 new blog posts, guest blog posts, and even on Life Grid magazine. So it's really, really big stuff that my ladies are starting to get into alignment, because they are taking soul line action right now. So I can't wait to hear more about what, you know, my ladies are doing in our 14-day group program. It's a soul line manifestation program, and it's been so phenomenal. Like, it's just only been 6 days, but already they're manifesting like crazy, utilizing their manifesting blueprints and their divine gifts. So anyway, so here's the thing. I want you to really understand about what limiting beliefs that actually is really blocking you right now energetically, And I had an amazing session with Brittany West. She did some clearing edit. I forget what she called it, but it's like an edit for me just like a couple hours ago, and I just took a nap. um, and she was able to uncover some of my subconscious beliefs. And I think this is so important that you're really aware of this also for yourself, these kind of phrases. So here are some of them that actually came up for me, because I know even though I'm expanding myself, I also have, of course, subconscious beliefs that's just kind of blocking me energetically. So the first one that came up that we permanently eliminated was this belief that, this thought form that I need to be supported. For me, the reason I think that came up, that phrase, and I said it over and over again for 3 minutes to really release it, and what it was all about really is that, like, I always feel like I have to, like, step up more, but then, like, I don't really always feel like I always had that support when I was growing up. And I'm pretty sure you feel the same way, that this is actually a very limiting belief, that you don't feel supported. So this is a very big phrase that I want you to change that and say, like, I am supported, right? I am supported. And I'm supported at every level of my being, with people, places, things, and even the universe, like, brings me all of that, right? So I found that there's these 3 steps that you want to do in order to start eliminating some of these core beliefs. I'm just going to kind of tell you the main ones that you want to start to release energetically. So the first thing you need to do with these phrases is actually say the phrase out loud. Like, you can do it in your mind, or if you want to say it out loud. Sometimes saying it out loud for like 30 seconds is just as powerful. Or just for 3 minutes, just say that phrase over and over and over again, right? You can probably put a timer or something like that, but just say it like, I am fully supported. I am fully supported. I am fully supported. And just keep saying that energetically, and you'll notice that your energy will start shifting, right? Because that phrase alone is so key to being able to step into your leadership and your expansion. I am fully supported, right? First, you could say, I need to be supported, right? But then step it up and say, I am supported, okay? Another one that came up was this feeling that that you're distant from others, right? And I think, like, this kind of emotion of feeling distant has a lot to do with, like, you maybe had to grow up in a certain way where you had to be super strong for your family, or you had to, like, almost like be a certain person that you're not necessarily wanted to step up in that role, but you just had to. And then you distance yourself from other people, and so you're not able to fully connect energetically with others. So this is so important to go deep into that and just acknowledge, yeah, there's this distant feeling, but this distance is not what I want. I want connection. And change that energy from distance to connection, right? And you can say that over and over again. I feel, distant, and release that, and then just say, I want connection, right? The third thing that you also will see in your limiting belief is this phrase of, like, I have this difficulty, like, expressing myself. Like, even though you've been expressing yourself, you actually don't really express yourself. Does it make sense? So you could, say that phrase again, like, I do have difficulty expressing myself, but actually I am capable of expressing myself, right? So changing that belief from, I don't know, like, how to express myself, to, like, yeah, I can express myself. I can express myself all the time. Anything I want to say, right? Good and bad, right? Being able to say, I am able to express myself, right? And the next limiting belief that you really need to acknowledge too is, so you're going to replace that belief, right, with, I don't have difficulty expressing myself, right? So just change the phrase of, a belief that you have, and just change it into a more of a positive. So once you say the negative one, right, the one that is limiting you, then change it into the positive belief. Okay, and then so the other one that also comes up, which I think everybody all has this kind of fear, which is this fear of like being empty. Like I don't deserve to like world, you know? And I think we think like we're not able to say it. Like I want to take space in this world, and it's so important that you do take up space, that you are so valuable. Because otherwise, you know, the truth is, if you're born right now in this generation, you have a very particular role that why you are here right now. Like you could have been born like, you know, centuries before and live in all the limitation and everything like that. But right now, being born right now and doing what you're doing right now, it's so important that you're doing it, that you are stepping it up because you don't have another chance to live this, right? So don't have that fear, that this fear that I feel very empty inside. Because actually the truth is you're full of abundance, full of love, full of your, you know, biggest gifts ever, right? If you allow yourself to open yourself more and feel full instead of empty, right? The other belief that also you might be buying into is this like, I am weak. I am so weak. I don't know, you know, how to be strong. Or you could be the opposite, right? Where you just act very strong, but actually inside you're super weak. And I'm seeing that that's basically what a lot of, you know, big leaderships in our government and stuff like that, honestly, they're saying like, yeah, I'm super cool and I'm strong and I know what I'm saying and I know what I'm doing and acting like a leader. But actually inside, they're really saying, I am weak. I'm very, very weak. And then it comes across and so inauthentic. And then that's why who wants to follow a leader who's actually weak? We've been feeling very hurt, right, for so long. So shift that belief, right? I'm weak to I'm powerful. I am, you know, meant to be fully showing up right now, right? For that reason. So you want to say these kind of phrases and go look into your subconscious. What is those phrases that you're telling yourself, right? And say it over and over for like 3 minutes. This was an amazing technique that I learned from Brittany, and I just wanted to share it with my audience because it was so very powerful for me. It's a very good way of clearing that beliefs and mindset stuff because it's been in your head energetically, but you're not really like aware of it, right? So that's the first thing, is just saying that phrase, but changing into the, once you release it, but change it into the positive phrase, right? And then the second step to help you to release it and let it go is actually to experience it in your body and actually energetically release it, take it out. So when that fear comes of, right, I have the fear of being empty, right? Or what was it? The fear of, oh, here's another one, a fear that people will not be grateful. So meaning like the fear that whatever I give out to people, I will not receive back in gratitude, and people will take advantage of me. And this was a very big fear actually for me, because you know, I experienced that energetically with you know, someone devaluing my what I gave her. And so it made me realize that I had that internal belief that I didn't feel like that these people that I share my gift with, they will not be grateful for what I've given them. And it's true, there's so many people out there that take advantage of other people, right? And honestly, it's because we energetically have that fear that people are just going to take advantage, and fear that they won't be grateful for all the things that I've shared with this person, right? So yeah, that's the most important thing is when you're saying it, you know, experience it and release it energetically, right? And then the third step is to recalibrate you into this new type of like expanded version of yourself, right? So now that you see all these key beliefs and these subconscious beliefs that you are buying into, right? Then the next step would be to release it and then get into the more higher vibration of what you want to become. So like, let's say that you want to really like step it up and feel more freedom. instead of that limiting belief of like, I'm not good enough, or keeping this distance from other people, right? Or this fear that then people not gonna acknowledge me, right? Then looking at that belief, how can you vibrationally shift yourself to this higher expanded version of yourself, which maybe your goal is to feel freedom, right? And then start taking actions towards that energy of how you can create that freedom. Does it make sense? So I want you to think about, okay, what is that limiting belief? What I need to release it, what it needs to become energetically, and then move that by taking that aligned action that's going to tell you that like that belief is not even true, right? That's not true. And that aligned action has to vibrate to the energetic frequency of what you want to create, right? So if you want to create more love and connection, then what kind of self-love energies or actions that you're going to take that's going to bring you closer to that love and connection that you're looking for, right? Let's see if anybody has questions or anything. Hi, Betty. Candice is so excited. I'm excited for you too, Candice. It's like so timely, everything that's going on, right? Karen says, I'm fully supported. Yes, totally fully supported. Try says, the first two you spoke about are my biggest block too. Never had it growing up, so I always have my back and enough for everyone else, but that is exhausting. It's true, like you want to always feel supported. I'm fully supported. It's a very, very big phrase that I think all my audience needs to say it over and over again, for sure. Lisa says, I know I have shifted when I am able to be at peace amidst the fear and chaos around me due to a category 4 hurricane approaching. Yeah, I feel for you, Lisa. Like there's a big hurricane, right, coming on the East Coast, so you guys be safe now. We had big hurricane thing passing through, I think it was like a month or two ago, and it was like, I just had this belief it's not going to even happen, and it didn't happen. So just have that absolute belief that like your family's fine and the hurricane will not affect you. Everybody on the East Coast there, right? Just have that absolute belief it doesn't affect you. And if you do that, like seriously, it doesn't happen. Every time when there's a big hurricane, I always just do that energetically, and I have a conversation with Mother Earth. I say like, no, like I don't want that to happen to my community and my stratosphere, please. And please, like, if you want to take over the other part of the island, totally fine with me, but please, like, my space is my space. And every time I say that, actually she respects my space. So you always have the power to actually, say what you want like this, even if it's Mother Earth, because she's actually always listening to you anyway. So was that cool for you guys? Let's see if I missed any of those phrases. I think those were important. Those were really, really important phrases, by the way. And I knew like this I had to tell my audience, these limiting beliefs. These were the limiting beliefs that that Brittany helped me to release by doing her edit session. So I know like you're capable of releasing it yourself as long as you know what it is and you're able to, see why you have that belief, right? Because it's just beliefs. It's just an illusion that you're buying into that you can choose not to buy into anyway, right? Energetically. So, hi Misha. Hi Auntie Charlotte. So, and you guys have any cool things you want to share with me? I wanted to just, to really talk about that. And also the other thing that I actually wanted to talk about was just, now that you know that your capacity is bigger, right? Like you will create your own unique way of awakening your community, which to me that's you, stepping it up and creating your city of light, right? I want you to really think about from a soul perspective, what is it that you can share with your community right now? Like right now, right? Can you set up a meetup group? Can you create a Facebook group or something like that that's for your community? Like think bigger. Think about the things that you can do that is going to impact your people where you live. If you don't want to do that in your community, then go move to some place where you can do that, right? Because the truth is, we all are meant to, like pawns in the chess, right? We're all meant to be put in the right place at the right time. So if you've been getting this nudge, right, to do this one thing, go and do it, right? Because you're meant to be in where the position that you need to be, okay? Tarai says, we are meant to do that when life situations feel like a hurricane is hitting your life. We must be calm at that time, like the peaceful spot on the eye of a cyclone. That's true. Basically, that's what I do to shift my reality is I sit into the center of what I actually want to create, and I hold that sacred space so then everything can be chaotic around me, right? Like a vortex, stuff happening around me, but it doesn't affect me. And I choose that. You can actually choose that. If you have dramatic people, that's around you, put them on the outside of your tornado going on. Keep yourself in the middle, and center yourself. And they cannot actually be in your field, honestly, because you're not at the like vibration anyway. Misha says, so happy to be catching the live show today. Yay! Yeah, I know I do my live show so randomly, so I'm sorry, but once I get more settled with, all the things that I'm doing right now, which is a lot, honestly, I hope that I can create a schedule, but I haven't been able to do that yet. So I hope that I will create a schedule where you guys all can show up all at one time. But right now, my live stream shows are just whenever I can actually get on live, because I'm in like super, super busy. And I'm sure you guys are too. So it's like whatever you catch, right? Whatever you catch me in the fly. All right. So I think that's all I wanted to share with today. I think that was the main thing. Number one was just, let's step it up, get into our city of light, and then, start doing that in your community, number one. And number two is like getting rid of these limiting beliefs, because it's not real. It's just something that you just bought into, right? Victoria says, I'm working on acknowledging and healing my personal fears and anxieties of not being at the right level, not being enough, and also moving out of a struggle mindset. Also pushing past my fears of being visible or out there. Thank you. Yeah, so Victoria, when you have so much of those fears, honestly, when we have fears, it means that we're ready to step it up. Because actually on the other side of fear, right, the positive part of why we experience fear is love. So there's a big part of you that wants to share your love. So instead of sharing your love, you just feel the anxiety and you hold it all in. So the most important thing is like just open your heart, and just be out there. The only reason I do what I do is because my heart wants to share like my message, and I just talk about it. Like, even if you just, seriously, if you love live streams or you just, love talking or something like that, turn on the video and just start talking. Even if you're blabbing away and doesn't make any sense, so what? The fact is that you're being visible, right? If you're posting your picture post, right, on your page or in other Facebook groups, go do that, because the most important thing is like you overcome your fear, which is you just want to love people. You want to share your love energetically, right? Hi, Christy. Candace says, thank you so much, Leimomi. Happy to catch you live too. Thank you for your message today, Tarai says. Yes. Yeah, this was a huge message for me. Christy says, someone always gets value. Yeah, the truth is, yeah, people get your value. Even if it's a simple thing. Sometimes it's just like you just need to like show your cat or dog, or I don't know, show your mountain or whatever. Just show up, like be visible. Just means that share your heart, right? Share your message, whatever feels right, whatever feels like right that you need to share right now, go and share it. Because the truth is, you never know how what you share and what you say will impact anyone. And every time when I get on my live stream, I always get like huge personal messages from people saying like, thank you so much for what you just shared today, or share what I don't even know what I shared. I don't even remember what I shared, honestly. All I know is just I just show up and I just share. Because the more you do that, the more you can have a bigger mind That's actually what consciousness is about. It's just having a bigger mind than what you are right now. The capacity of what you are right now is actually very small, right? Usually we only think about our family or what we need to do every day, you know, our personal stuff. But in reality, when we think bigger, our personal stuff and our family actually are more capable of receiving more abundance, because that expansive part of yourself will bring in more abundance naturally. But if you think very small, like, oh my God, I'm doing like everything paycheck to paycheck, and I don't know where I'm going to get this to pay my rent for that, and all of this, I'm in debt like here. That kind of limiting mindset actually stops us from expressing, you know, expressing our true mind. So the more you're able to just talk from a bigger perspective, you notice that your people find you, they love you, they share with you, you know. That's why I do this, is because I just want you guys to experience what's it like when you have a bigger mind. And I show up because I want you to continuously expand your mind, which just means expand your consciousness, right? Because everything that I talk about is usually about a bigger consciousness, right? And I just want people to become more and more and more aware, so then when they show up in their life, in their business, it feels really good, right? Everything should be in flow. Everything should feel like you're moving forward rather than taking 5 steps back, right? And 5 steps forward. You want to be moving into the flow of what you want to be doing, right? So the other big announcement, I know I'm just talking and blabbing. The other big announcement that I've decided to do is I'm creating an apprenticeship program in January. So I'm going to be starting to take applications, because honestly, like, what I'm going to do is I'm going to initiate the new leaders, the ones that are ready, right? They're usually very specific people, so I'm ready for that. I'm ready for you guys all to step it up. But I'm going to take on, 10 ladies that really want to step it up in their leadership, and, are not going to settle for small things, right? But are going to be really of a bigger impact and create their own city of lights. And this apprenticeship program, I plan on utilizing my soul manifestation challenge that I've created, which is all about using your soul's blueprints and manifesting exactly what you desire in epic time, and taking that. And also, I'm going to do this 30-day activation of your highest psychic gifts program, starting October 27th. So I'm excited about that. This is the first time I'm announcing it, so you guys are hearing it first. And this program is more specially designed for those that really want to activate their highest psychic gifts, right? And really use that in their life and business. So 2 big programs that's going to happen. I'm probably going to do the 14-day group manifestation challenge again, the soul line manifestation challenge again, maybe in December, maybe even create a meetup in Hawaii. So if you've been wanting to come to Hawaii, come visit me. And Maui, I mean. And then also, what was the other? And then the 30-day activating your psychic gifts in November, right? October 27th was when we're starting. It's going to be this 30-day journey where I'm going to help you to activate your gifts in epic time. Because honestly, it takes a lot of time to do it. But I think like it's possible that in 30 days you can activate your psychic gifts. And I will be doing some grid work on Maui. So you're gonna be I'll be energetically streaming that to you. You'll be receiving the download specifically from source of your divine mission. And so that's what my 30-day program is going to be about coming up. And yeah, and so if you're really interested in this kind of awakenings and stuff like that, feel free to reach out to me. Just so if you're really interested in this, it's something that not out there that I think like is needed right now in order for everyone to really up level their new version of their soul alignment and stepping into their leadership, right? So I have those programs coming up. So I just wanted to announce that because everybody's been asking me when I'm going to do it. So it's time. So anyway, if you guys don't have any last things, I'm just gonna wrap up here. Candace says that sounds awesome. It will be awesome. Yeah. If you like this, 14 days, it's gonna be epic. 30 days. Really awakening your psychic gifts. And then the apprenticeship program, I'm not sure if I'm gonna do it a whole year or I'm gonna do it 6 months, but I'm basically being guided. But it just feels like I'm gonna help initiate each and every one of their divine purpose and their divine mission, and bringing that into fruition. So that is the next levels for my audience. And also, I really am making this because of people been asking me this, like seriously, for the past couple months. But I was just like a bit afraid of doing it because it's in a group setting, and it might be, well, it'll be good for me energetically because I channel everything and we get amazing stuff done anyway. So it's just how comes up when it's supposed to come up, right? When I'm prompted, that's when like it happens, right? So I'm just trusting it, and I feel like it's that next level that everybody's been waiting for. Because January in 2017, it's so important before 2020 that we're really prepared for this new way of living. And so I want everybody to really start to step it up and create their communities that they've been wanting to create. Because honestly, the old ways doesn't work anymore, right? The old ways of living doesn't work anymore. That's why we don't feel inclined to connect with these kind of, communities that are, let's say, have dogmas behind it, right? So I want you to create your real conscious community, not go searching for other people's conscious community, right? But you just saying, yeah, this is who I am, this is what I stand for. This is, if you really want to awaken your gifts in that way, let's do it together, right? Everybody has a capacity because we are meant to hold sacred space of healing for each other anyway, right? All right, well, I love you guys all, and I will share more about this as Source prompts me to do it, because I know that it's going to come anyway, so we'll see what happens, right? I love you all, and I'll talk to you guys all maybe tomorrow. Let's see. Very soon. Have a beautiful day. Aloha.